Hello and welcome to Morris Park. I'm Clyde Morris. And today I got another staging video with this Euphorbia pulvinata. I bought this quite a few years ago at a little town near us. And it was in a little tiny produce shop called Doyle's Produce, which does not exist anymore, by the way. And it was only about this big, like this small little head here. And over the years it's grown into this larger plant. And it really would make a great bonsai type of subject. Now all this you see here, this brown and barky looking stuff, is about all that it is. It's bark. It's from age. Many Euphorbia pulvinatas will make tight clumps and so forth. Mine kind of crept around. It's very healthy. It blooms every year and it grows a nice head of leaves every year. It's doing well. But I feel it needs, after about 2 years of being in here, needs new soil. So yesterday I found this great pot that I'm going to use. And this is actually a baking dish, to tell you the truth, but it's a nice stoneware pot. I like the handles on it. It's pretty nice. And I think it would make a great, nice, low bonsai-like pot for this Euphorbia pulvinata. Now I've taken and drilled a couple of holes in here, just like a bonsai pot, to give it good drainage. And I got my screen already in here, and there's a little bit of a lava rock in there too. But I've got my screen ready to go in here. And we're going to take this one apart, and I'll take the plant out and remove a lot of the old soil and go ahead to repotting this in this new low pot I have. And I think this is going to come out real nice as a good staging. So here we go. I'll take some of these rocks out. Be kind of careful that I don't break it apart. Plant is kind of loose, as you see here, so it could be damaged very easily. I'm going to put these rocks aside because I'm going to use them again. And you can see how this here was like the original plant right here. And it's grown into this after all these years. I'm going to have to gently pour this out, but before I do this, I'm going to have to take 2 cuttings off of this that are just hanging over the side of the pot. I don't think they'll work very well when I go to repot this. In fact, this one just fell off. So that one's really ready to plant. I can plant that right now. It's even got some little roots here that have started up. And still healthy. Look, it's got a head of leaves on it and everything. It's ready to go. I'll put that aside here. There's another one. I'm going to snip this off. The thing we have to watch here is the sap. And of course, you see that white sap. Euphorbia sap is toxic. It can burn kind of your more sensitive areas of your skin. Don't get it in your eyes. I've had this experience. It's not good. But I'll set these aside. These are cuttings I'll set aside. And now this plant is actively bleeding. We'll go ahead and just wash it off a little bit because there's quite a bit of sap in here. A little bit of water, that's all to take. Get rid of that. Set that aside. And we'll continue with unpotting this. And I'll try to get this rock and stuff out of here with as little damage as possible, but it's a very loose plant. So I'm going to have to be careful. Probably have to take a knife or something and run it around the sides. Try to get some of this rock out of here. Oop, a little cutting there. This plant's a little bit fragile. It's going to be kind of a trick planting it. Now, some people might want to use some gloves or something to handle these euphorbias because they do bleed. As you see here, this one's bleeding already. If you do get it on your hands, make sure you wash your hands because of the fact that this stuff is toxic. They say it can burn softer skin, your eyes and such. I'm going to run this little knife around here. Trying to pop this out and get it out as little damage as possible. Okay. Let's kind of lift it. You got to be careful though. Still not wanting to let go. A couple more little pieces that'll come off. There's one. Kind of gentle. I don't really want to turn this plant upside down too much because I have a feeling it'll just fold over and break. As I remember, this plant has actually been divided into two. This is one actually, and this is one. Okay, here we go. My hands underneath here. Careful. Yeah, it needs some new soil for sure. Soil's a little sour smelling. It's kind of used up. You get that kind of sour, moldy almost smell to it. That means it's pretty well done. The roots are okay, but they could be better. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to set this down here real gentle-like. Okay. Okay, and now that I'm rid of the soil, I'm going to set up to start filling our new pot. So I'm going to set the plant aside. Very carefully. A little space. Have my soil right here. Put these two little pieces of screen over the holes so we don't get the fall out of the soil. I made a well-drained soil with plenty of lava rock in it. A lot of perlite. We don't get pumice around here too easily, so I can't get pumice. That would be nice, but I can't get it. But lava rock and the perlite, some sand, and a non-peat soil, and coconut coir. I think this is going to make a real nice staging. Okay. I think that's about where I probably want the soil level. This does have very shallow roots, so it's kind of perfect for this kind of pot. Okay. Be kind of gentle with that. Got this one kind of caught under here. I'm going to have to watch it. And as you see, there's that sap. I'm going to have to wipe that off. Okay. And I'll start filling some soil in. So I may have to kind of manipulate the plant a little bit. Get some of these roots back in. Make sure everybody's inside there. Working kind of tight quarters today because it's rather sunny outside. I don't think I would have got a very good video in the sun. So I'm in the greenhouse. Use my fingers here to kind of push that soil around where it needs to go. Try to be as gentle as possible because it is bleeding quite a bit. It's not liking it. It's not liking being handled. It looks like I'm going to have a few more pulvinata plants jumping by the cutters. That little bit there. It's looking pretty good so far. I think I'm going to like this. It's not liking it so much right now, but I kind of like it. Have a brush here. Brush some of that soil down in there and poke it down with the handle. Okay. Something out of the way. Still need quite a bit more over here. Okay. It's working out real well. I really enjoy staging these plants out. I love the natural look, looking like a little piece of nature. Okay, we have just about got it. I'm going to have to move the tray here and empty it so I can get onto the table. There we go. A little more of a hard surface. I can wrap that in there. Okay. Okay. Now, I'll start putting my top dressing on. I've got some lava or rock here like I usually use. Yeah, I think this is going to look great. This rock is going to help hold up some of these heads too, so they don't just flop over. Then we can add some of our accent rocks. Definitely going to have to wash my hands. I can feel they're irritated a little bit. Put that in there. It's good to have these little sticks around and stuff you can use too, so you can kind of position things. Get your hands where your hands can't go. There you go. Okay. Looking better all the time. Let's see, turn this around. Get some of this behind here. These plants that are very loose like this are very difficult, so they can really fall apart. If any of you know about Tephro cactus are like that. They just kind of fall apart when you go to plant them. They're as fragile as glass. And when these plants are loose like this, they tend to do that, have that fall apart kind of scenario. Okay, gotta tamp that down a little bit. And we're going to start placing some rocks. Let's see here. I'll brush here and brush some of these lava rocks off. Make sure they're out of there. Placing our cool rocks. Sometimes a lot of this is trial and error. Just got to kind of find where they're going to be best. Try to keep them in the pot if I can. Not falling out too much. Let's see here. Oops. Make sure that stands up a little bit better than that. Yeah. Yeah, that was not really working out too well that way. There we go. Okay. We're about there. Yep. I think that looks pretty good. All right. We'll get a look at this. Now I'm going to take and spray this down a second before I clean up. Get rid of some of this sap. But I'm not going to water it for a couple of weeks. And in my experience, pulvinata won't lose its leaves that quickly. It was already watered sometime before I did this, so it already has water in it. Plenty to live on, I'd say. Looks pretty good. All right. Get this cleaned up and take a look.